Welcome to this video of my Capstone project on technology integration and accessibility in special education. My name is Brenda Beebe, and my educational background started out with a bachelor's in biology, a master's in cross-cultural teaching, and I'm currently a candidate in the specialist degree program in instructional technology at Kennesaw State University. I am completing my 9th year of high school science teaching, the last 4 focusing primarily on teaching special education and English speakers of other language students at Etowah High School in Woodstock, Georgia. This capstone project is centered around 2 basic problems identified in research. The first being that technology use in special education is generally not optimal for student achievement. There is a predominant use of technology in a basic manner, such as conducting research and word processing, versus more advanced use of skills like charting, graphing, project planning and building, and problem solving. Technology use is predominantly teacher-centered versus student-centered. There's a general lack of experience, appropriate training, and confidence to effectively integrate technology in the classroom. Solution to this is with the appropriate resources, training, and ongoing support needed to improve teacher technology use practices and ultimately student performance. The second problem identified in this capstone project is that students with disabilities in small group or co-taught settings frequently have reading and writing deficits. Students with these deficits are often provided with limited accommodations when their disability is not severe enough to warrant formally assigned assistive technology through their IEPs. Our learning management system at Etowah High School for managing and delivering content and instruction has limited assistive technology features to support these students. Studies support that appropriately applied instructional and assistive technology can benefit students in their core skills of reading and writing and promote accessibility to content in open and distance learning contexts across the curriculum. These problems highlight the need at Etowah High School for special education teachers to receive ongoing professional development that gives them a variety of technology experiences, to keep up with changes and updates to available instructional technology and assistive technology, to learn about the assistive technology that can benefit students with deficits not commonly identified as requiring assistive technology, and to improve the effectiveness of technology integration as well as teacher disposition or self-efficacy towards technology. With these problems and needs identified, the capstone purpose became to solve digital accessibility and technology integration issues at Etowah High School through much research and troubleshooting, and then to equip teachers to use technology to improve student accessibility to digital content and to support student reading and writing deficits across the curriculum. With this purpose, the capstone project became a 3-step plan, with the first step being quarterly professional development sessions delivered to large groups on the topics of digital accessibility, technology to support reading, technology to support writing, and additional instructional technology tools. Step 2 involved ongoing coaching that was individualized for specific teachers and their curriculum goals. It was offered to small groups or individually to address specific needs that were not common to the entire group of participants. And then finally, any follow-up training as needed to help with implementation and troubleshooting. Prior to program start, a pre-project survey was created to measure teacher needs and current levels of technology integration and competencies. This survey was sent to not only special education teachers, but also ESOL and regular education teachers who had students in their classrooms who also would benefit from technology supporting their reading and writing skills. The results of the survey from responding teachers indicated that they do use technology to differentiate for student needs and skills. They help students demonstrate lower order and higher order thinking skills and create student-centered experiences and real-world connections. However, they also indicated that they only sometimes improve student accessibility to digital content or support reading and writing deficits. It is noteworthy to mention that the survey was sent to 54 teachers, of which only 4 responded. Of those who responded, very few desired additional assistive technology or had interest in professional development or coaching, and those who were interested had limited availability for large sessions. With that said, these teachers also have professional development that is mandatory on a regular basis, as well as weekly professional learning communities and meetings. And so it's very difficult when they have so much that's mandatory for them to want to add something else to their plate, such as a volunteer professional development program. With this knowledge, the Capstone project plan was revised, where step 1 was changed from professional development sessions to monthly instructional emails, providing tools tailored around promoting reading and writing support and student accessibility, giving them a guide for implementation and suggested uses. Step 2 remained the same in offering individualized coaching sessions on these tools, and then with step 3 still having the follow-up for implementation and troubleshooting, but also working on developing a social platform for collaboration between teachers, a community of practice for them to use, and the platform being looked at for future implementation is Microsoft Teams. Step 1 with the instructional emails occurred throughout the program as various tools were sent out at different times, and then coaching for those tools followed soon after. So it was an integrated program. And so the first 2 there, Read and Write and the Microsoft Accessibility and Learning Tools, primarily offered teachers and students a means for text-to-speech capability and also speech-to-text, and those were the primary ones that were stressed. Flipgrid is a great tool that allows students to post videos, and they can do video reflections and discussion posts and such, and so they have less writing than they need to do but can still express themselves. News ELA allowed teachers to choose articles that were at the appropriate lexile or reading comprehension level of the students. Padlet provides a platform for students to brainstorm together using more or less digital sticky notes, and they can organize these after they do the brainstorming and such. It's great for project planning. Edpuzzle is a platform for teachers to be able to use videos and embed questions in them so that students can actually view material and answer questions throughout for comprehension. And then sketchnoting as a method of visual note-taking as an alternative to just writing a bunch of words as they hear them, so they can visualize what they're learning and write those images. Of the tools that were sent out in step 1, these are the tools that were actually addressed in follow-on coaching with interested teachers. The last 2, Microsoft OneNote and Solo, were actually asked for, even though they were not sent out. Solo being the outgoing tool for text-to-speech and speech-to-text capability that the county is using. It's still available, but Read and Write being the incoming one, so the teacher wanted to be able to compare the 2 since they were both available. And the OneNote, the teacher was interested in using a class OneNote and wanted to know the accessibility features in that. With the revised plan, the evaluation method was the post-coaching survey, since the coaching step was the face-to-face component of the Capstone project. The survey was designed to measure the effectiveness of such training and the likelihood of ongoing classroom implementation. It also provided teachers with an opportunity to give recommendations for program improvement. A long-term evaluation in the future will be in the form of a follow-up survey given to teachers who receive coaching, but also all the teachers who receive the instructional emails of the tools in this program. It will be given towards the end of the year when they are receiving their results for summative assessments and end of course test results, so that they could better determine overall program effectiveness. Based on the post-coaching survey results, many participants felt value with the one-on-one coaching, although they often had difficulties making the time for coaching or being able to coordinate schedules. As you can see from the graph, there is a potential need indicated for ongoing coaching for implementation or troubleshooting assistance, and also a need or desire for greater collaboration between teachers of special education and ESOL students. My capstone experience was not just the 3 steps of the professional development program that I've just detailed. It also involved a lot of behind-the-scenes steps, including ongoing professional development of a wide variety of tools that were deemed potentially suitable for this program. So much had to be learned about them to decide that whether or not they fit the program needs. And then in my own classroom, a lot of testing and troubleshooting to see if those tools were actually usable on our systems. And there were many that I could use as a teacher, but my students could not due to their limited permissions, and they were restricted from being able to access certain things or be able to use or download from the school site. And then when those tools that were found suitable and they passed all the tests, there was ongoing information development to be able to use them in the emails and the coaching sessions. And through it all is the continued development of the follow-up with Microsoft Teams implementation to establish a social networking platform for teachers in this program and others who are interested to be involved in a community of practice to share resources and collaborate to better our practice as a whole. Throughout this program, I learned that a technology facilitator must be able to apply research-based strategies to a wide variety of classroom situations and tailor technology integration to specific individual classroom needs. These situations can be influenced by teacher and student technology proficiencies, types of technology available in the classroom versus at home, or even compatibility between educational software and the devices used. Also, it is not enough to provide the tools and initial plan for implementation, but I must also provide support throughout implementation for troubleshooting or any other needs to revise the use of the tools. As a technology leader, I must be able to advocate for effective resources and training for all teachers and students, and keep in mind that funding for technology resources can be limited. I can do what I did in this project and focus on technology that was free or readily available at the school, or I can be creative with funding and look for additional resources through grants. Throughout this program, there was a lot of internal reflection as well around my own abilities to effectively implement instructional technology strategies, as I realized that technology trends in education was growing and evolving. This can be overwhelming at times, trying to keep up with the changes and make sure that I am where I should be in instructional technology. Another area of internal reflection was whether instructional technology coaching would be a good long-term goal for myself. This is still something I am pondering, as I really enjoy teaching in the classroom and initially entered this program to improve my own practice. But I have to say that I have come to thoroughly enjoy coaching other professionals and helping them grow along with me. In this program, I have experienced a lot of personal and professional growth as a technology facilitator and leader. I am excited at what the future holds and look forward to continue that growth in the future. Thank you for joining me on my capstone journey and viewing this video.